So let's talk a little bit about observability and evaluation. This is kind of the different techniques that are available to you to evaluate an agent over. This is broken down into kind of this loop that I like to think of here, which is where you can kind of run your agent, collect data from it, and we're going to look at how we do that and kind of some of the observability and tracing steps that happen here. That as a term that gets brought up. And then as your agent is running, you might run evaluations on top of it. So you might evaluate its correctness, you might evaluate different ways it's performing. And then you might just say, okay, my agent is not doing very well at a certain kind of inputs. And then you can take those inputs and create a data set of them. You might then human label that data set. So this is kind of an optional piece. You could either LLM label it or human label it to say, for those particularly hard inputs that my agent's getting, these are the correct answers. And then from there, you can use that data set to fine tune and improve your agent. So maybe you're trying different models. This is to some questions that were asked earlier. This is where you can test different models side by side and you can see how they perform. So you can fine tune the prompts of your agent. You can fine tune the logic of it. And then once you decide that it is performing well, you can start to kind of run those different experiments, see how it performs in different kinds of inputs, and then eventually deploy your agent back to production and kind of restart the process from there. So the general idea here is that you're capturing information about your agent as it's running in production. You're gaining insights from there. You're feeding those into how you're testing your agent and improving it. And then you're creating this sort of flywheel here that can consistently improve your agent over time. And there's a question around how do you fine tune the agent? Are there frameworks that you use to do that? You can also do more complex things like prompt optimization. And there are some libraries like DSPy. If you look at Arize's website, we have some stuff around prompt optimization as well too. And so you can use that to actually optimize and improve your systems in a more scalable way. The more extreme approach is that you could fine tune a model that's being used. That's fairly intensive. So sometimes it gets used, depends on how in depth you're going here. And there's a question, which is, would running evals be similar to running unit test code? Yes, you could run unit test code to run your evals. You could also run evals using LLMs themselves. And so that's when we think about evals or kind of evaluation there, we typically think of them as either code-based evaluation, so running code on the outputs of your application, which is more like a traditional unit test, or using an LLM to evaluate parts of your application, which is kind of similar to that critique step that we talked about earlier. It's the same general idea there. But this case, just used to run evaluation after the fact. Say you're using an LLM to run those evaluations, you can actually use the same loop to then improve your LLM to make it a better judge of your application's outputs as you go through. I'm going to kind of focus on demoing some of the observability sides that we have here and observability of the agent. And so we've built an agent from there and can show off a little bit of what that looks like. So here I'm using a tool that's made by Arize. It's called Phoenix. It is an open source tool, so it's totally free to use. I'm actually running this on my local host. So I've literally just downloaded the Python package and I'm running it here. And so what this is doing is it is doing what's called tracing an agent that we built. So this is actually the same database agent that we've looked at previously. So let me just pull that up to refresh people before I jump into it. So this agent is basically this architecture that you see here. So it's an agent that can take in a question from a user. It can then run one of a few different skills based on the user's input, and then it will take the output of one of those skills and give it back to the user. So the idea is this is a tool you can talk to and say, okay, I'm connected to a Postgres database, and I want you to generate analysis or generate visualizations about the data inside that database. And so in the tool here, each row that you see here is one particular run or question from the user. So you might have a run here, which is the question from the user was, what trends do you see in this case, trace latency? The trace latency in this case refers to something that's inside the database. The database itself is capturing information about traces. So in this case, it's asking about what trends do you see in my database, essentially. And then you can see the output that's coming back here. So you can see some of the trends that are reported, some of the average latency and different occurrences and latency on different ways, or different types of queries and things like that. And has some recommendations as well too. So this is kind of your final input and output. And then you can see as you go through all of the different steps that your agent takes to get there. So you can see, in this case, it starts with a router call. And then there's actually a tool call that is recommended here, which is to generate and run a SQL query. If we step in one more, we can actually see the LLM call that's made as part of that router. So in this case, this is our router call that we're looking at. So this is one step as we go through here. And so you can see the question from the user, what trends do you see in my trace latency? You can see the system prompt here. And then you see that the output is this tool call. So it's saying, okay, for that input, we're going to call this generate and run SQL query. And then we're going to call with that particular prompt. And so you might be asking, how does the agent know, or how does the router know the tools that it has access to? Well, when you make the call, you actually define some of those tools. So I can look inside in the tool here and I can see some of the ones that are being made. And so you can see things like the functions that were called. You can see, in this case, there's a data analyzer function. There's a generate and run SQL query function here. So in this case, we're giving it a couple tools. And one thing to call out, we can share the code for this agent as well too, but just to be 100% clear what the tool is doing in this case, this agent is running somewhere, and then this Phoenix tool that we're using is just observing it. So this is the observability side, and later we're going to use it to evaluate the agent. So it's not actually running the agent within the tool here. It's just kind of tracking all the stuff that is being run as the agent is running. And so you can follow the execution here. You can say, okay, now I've gotten that step there, and now I'm going to go and I'm actually going to run the tool call itself. So you can see that generate and run SQL query. That's one of the tools it can use. It actually has an LLM call of its own that it makes. So in this case, we're now in one of the sort of skill paths here, and you can see it's a SQL generator. And it can, in this case, generate some SQL code that will then be returned. And you can see there's a next step that happens, which is just to run that SQL code on a local database. And you can see the information that's retrieved back. And so now this is going to feed back into the routers. We've now gone from the user to the router. That's, in this case, called up this top skill here, which is to look up data. And now we followed this arrow here, and we returned back to the router for the second time. And so now you can see if I look in the LLM call that's being made, we have the original user message, we have the system message, and then we have the tool call that was chosen previously and the response back here. And now you see that's all fed into our model. So all of those are fed into the router. And it's now saying, okay, now we're going to call this data analysis tool. So we're going to call it data analyzer with the information that was retrieved from a previous step. So you can see here the router is now being called the second time, and it's making the second decision to go down. And so you can see we're going to call that data analyzer. That data analyzer itself, which generates our final report, does that with an LLM call. So it does that with its own LLM call. So you can see actually we'll generate some text here and continue on from there. So we'll generate that, and then it will go back to the router from there for a final time. And we'll look at the last response. So we're at the router for the third iteration here, and we can see we have our original message, the first tool call and the first tool response, the second tool call and the second tool response. And then at this point, our router decides, you know what, that's good. We've answered the user's question. We're just going to give the response back. And so it finally gives the response back to the user.